This week, we have a husband that is begging for forgiveness, a wife who doesn't know if she can move past a prank, a husband who changes for the better, although it may be too late, and a wife who is on her third affair. But if you're a patron, you get an extra story, and that one is a roommate who crosses the line. So if that sounds interesting, go ahead and go to patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network to unlock one bonus story every Monday, 2 bonus stories every Tuesday. And if you're a rich, extra episodes throughout the month. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the 5th time, it's your boy Sean.
Hey, my voice sounds weird. I yelled a lot at the Texans game. So that's, if you're wondering why I sound weird, there it is. That's why.
For good reasons, though.
For good reasons, though. Yeah, it was a good game. And also, you know, lots of laughing and yelling because this is the first recording since the boys have left Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad Josh is not here.
Yeah, I'm sad Josh isn't here. And then I'm sad I won't be on this Friday's episode. I'm forgetting the schedule. But we're going to record again tomorrow and I won't be there. So, but yeah, we had a great time. I'm sure we'll talk about it when we're all together in January. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah, we're taking a long-ass break.
But yeah, we need it. It's been a crazy month. Our show has exploded thanks to you guys, all the listeners and Wikimaniacs. So yeah, we'll talk about it all in due time. But are you ready to hop into some stories, or do you got something you want to talk about?
I'm ready, brother. All that stuff, like all those little announcements, I'll save for the end of the episode. The Wikimaniacs want to hear some sad stories today.
It is an oops all sad. Yeah.
What a way to end the year.
What
Our
a way to
last
end
Monday episode of the year ends with a bang.
Yeah, I gotta say, all of the top posts this week are all either bad wives or bad husbands. Like and they were all the top ones. So it's
all
sad.
the top posts are always bad. It's not even.
They're all sad.
Y'all
Very rarely are there the happy ones.
Spread the wealth, please.
Okay, so this one is cross-posted from r/Am I the Devil? Oops, sorry, Josh. But they never ask.
But he's not here.
He's not here. And in the story, they never ask, am I the devil or am I the asshole or any of that stuff. So I'll let Josh know not to do this one if he did. But this one is cross-posted from r/Am I the Devil from Currency Specific 6363. It's new for me. I don't know if I've heard that one.
I've never heard that before.
All right, well, let's jump
Have they
into
heard of us? That's the question.
That's the question. Do they know we exist? I love the one
Who
that
the fuck are these guys?
John, I think, posted a picture of our of us on our subreddit, and there was a comment that made us laugh. They're like, "Who the like?" Genuinely, like, what? Who are they? And
Midscore's response was the best.
Oh yeah, the GOAT.
Oh, that shit had me dying. So it's on our pinned post, Wikimaniacs. So go on our Reddit, comment on that picture, and just ask who the fuck we are or something. As a bit.
Truly, at this point, I don't know when they say, who the fuck are you guys? If they're joking, if they're in on the bit or not in on the bit. It's hard to differentiate. I can't lie. All right, let's hop into it. So I will say, trigger warning. This is mentions of mental, emotional, and sexual abuse. So we're starting right off the bat. The timestamps are in the show notes. So
skip the whole episode if you want the Christmas vibe.
Yeah, if you want a Christmas vibe, I really apologize.
This is not
I should have done that because this ain't it, brother. It's all sad marriage stories. Which is crazy because I just watched an anime called My Happy Marriage and it was really good. I don't even watch anime like that, but recommend. Dang. All right. The title of this one, I abused my ex-wife and I need forgiveness.
I don't know, fam. I don't think there's any forgiveness for that.
Yeah.
Devil.
Yeah, devil. For sure, devil. This happened in 2018. I, 28-year-old male at the time, poisoned, if you haven't left now, now's the time, poisoned my ex-wife, 29 female at the time.
That's attempted murder.
I think, right? Or definitely, it's definitely bad. Definitely not good. I poisoned her when she was pregnant, probably causing her to miscarry. Yeah, we're starting off Oops All Sad with a real sad one.
Bro.
Yeah. She didn't find out what I did until a week after she got discharged, when I finally confessed to her out of anger. She had been in bed all week and acted weird towards me. I regret some of the things I said. It was a mistake to tell her what I did. She told her dad, and the police were called, but there wasn't any proof other than my word against hers. My mom took my side, but my father didn't talk to me until a year later, which hurt. We divorced shortly after she found out, and I feel bad about what I did, but I am relieved that I am not a father. Yeah, this guy is
my God.
possibly like, we're ending the year with maybe the worst. I started counseling a couple of years after our marriage ended. It's been rough coming to terms with who I was and how I treated her. In short, I was emotionally, physically, and this is difficult to admit, but also sexually abusive. I won't go into all the details because I will get a lot of hate.
As you should.
As you should.
Why aren't you in jail?
Right? It was difficult for me to control my anger. In retrospect, I see how I isolated her. A year into our marriage, she began spending a lot of time in the bathroom, just sitting on the floor. Her safe spot was there, I guess. I regret not noticing the signs and not being able to help her. I'm working on my anger issues and trying to understand why I was so cruel to her. Recently, I tried contacting her to make amends.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I feel like as a show, we're all for like a good redemption arc. But if you want to recover as a person or like make yourself better, don't re-traumatize someone else to be part of that story. Leave her the fuck alone. You already did enough. Leave her alone, dude.
Yeah. I could not agree more. Because she is not on social media, I reached out to her mom via Facebook instead. Her mom blocked me. I tried her sister, who responded that she talked to my ex-wife, but a few days later she blocked me as well. I was planning to go to her parents' house, but my friend told me to just let it go.
Yes, listen to your friends.
But I want her to know I'm different. I want to reconnect.
No.
She is a good and kind woman, and I hurt her. Last I heard, she was in therapy for PTSD.
You think?
Yeah, you think. I hate that I probably. Okay. I hate that I probably contributed to her trauma. I'm a better man now, and she needs to know that I'm not a monster. I've been working hard. This felt good to get out of my system. Thanks for reading. There are a few edits.
Okay.
But if you want to go off, you can go off first. But you will probably go off again after the edits.
Again? Should I save it?
Okay, I'll read the edits. It's
okay.
It's
You read the edit first.
Edit. Okay, I get it. I don't deserve forgiveness. I shouldn't have said that I need forgiveness. Edit 2. I didn't use a deadly poison. I crushed up a few different meds that I'm on, and I put it in her food because I thought that was a safer way of doing it. I don't know for sure if that's what caused the miscarriage. She was only pregnant for a few weeks. She also didn't eat much because she said food tasted funny. So actually, it's very unlikely it harmed her. I still regret doing that much to her, though. I wish I could take it back. Thinking about it does make me so depressed. Edit 3. Okay, the title is bad. I don't need forgiveness, and she doesn't owe me anything. It would just be nice to make amends.
No. That's everything?
That's everything. Go off.
Oh, okay. First off, I know these are words written in the internet, but even the language that you use to tell your story, it does not depict to me that you are a better person. I feel that you want to get validation for you and not actually ask for forgiveness. Because if you really are a better person, if you really did put in the work to get therapy and get your issues resolved, you would have the wherewithal. You would be in that state of mind and realize all the hurtful things that you did, not only mentally, sexually, physically, everything, every fucked up thing you did. But part of you is like, hey, I still want this to be about me. So even though there were so many people telling you, no, don't reach out. Your parent or your sister, everyone else has blocked you. If you did not get the hint for the first time of you getting blocked that you are not welcome anymore because of the damage that you've caused, you are just being selfish and you're just doing it for you, not for forgiveness. So I think you should still be in jail. You're lucky you're not in jail. And I think we said it in the beginning. We are all for like redemption stories, right? We are all for people trying to make amends for the sins they have done in the past. But if you truly are a better person, you need to realize that letting them go and letting them live their life and hopefully, I'm crossing fingers to this point that like there's semblance of healing for that person. You need to stay away forever.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you covered everything. I mean, if you have any like sympathy for the guy, the edit should be enough to be like, well, I mean, I didn't mean to kill her. I mean, and who's to say really I even caused the miscarriage? Probably, in fact, I don't think I caused the miscarriage. I mean, it doesn't matter at this. You poisoned her. Whether you caused the miscarriage or not is irrelevant. You meant some kind of harm. You deceived her in some type of way. And the intention was to cause a miscarriage. So whether you did it or not, your intent was there. As far as like forgiveness and everything, like John said, it's just, you haven't gotten better because you're still so selfish and self-involved. The ex-mother-in-law blocked you. The ex-sister-in-law blocked you. Your friend has to convince you. And even that is not enough for you to just let it go. Mm-hmm. Look, you realize, I don't know if you realize because you said probably part of it's not probable, brother. You are the reason.
You are the reason, yes.
For the PTSD. Don't do any of that. Oh man, I hate that she's probably in there because of me. No, she's definitely 1,000% in there because of you. And yeah, like John said, the way that this is written definitely implies that you at least maybe have realized what an asshole you were, but you are not better.
Nope.
Because you are still being an asshole by trying to get into contact, even though you know she's in therapy for things that you did. You
did. Well, from what his words are, what he probably did,
which is insanity. Insane. Crazy to write all of that out and then write, she's probably in there. No, definitely in there because of you.
Jail. Wow. Way to start this episode.
Happy Honda Days, Wikimaniacs.
Oh, that's probably one of the worst people I've ever heard of.
Gotta be one of the most despicable people.
Hey, I almost killed you, but I just, mixed up different things. I didn't mean it was going to harm you. Like,
what are you talking about? Like, oh man, like I probably didn't cause the miscarriage, and I wasn't trying to kill her. You know what I mean? I could have killed her, but I didn't try to kill her. I just didn't want to be a dad. I'm so relieved that I'm not a dad. I'm like, we're all relieved you're not a dad, man.
I hate
fuck
this
you,
guy.
dude. Yeah.
I hope there's another update somewhere that this fool's in jail.
I don't know the legal, like how it works, but like if there's a way to use this Reddit post to reopen things, that would be fucking fantastic because this guy is bad and dangerous.
He don't deserve to be walking around free after all the shit he did.
Yeah. Terrible.
All right. Is it going to get sadder?
It doesn't get better. It doesn't get better.
I love this for us.
I'll tell you that. I feel like I started this year with an oops all sad, and now I'm ending this year with an oops all sad. Unintentional, but all right. This is a wife who doesn't know if she can move past a prank. If If you don't watch, I did the air quotes on prank. Because like most of these, you'll quickly realize
That is not a prank.
not really a prank.
And Sean famously does not like pranks.
I fucking think they're so dumb. I mean, I guess there are like maybe 1 to 2% of pranks that are
Innocent.
funny and not harmful and innocent. You know what I mean? But I feel like a majority are just why? Why
This
do
is like
that?
Winston level prank Sinatra times 10.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's get into it.
Let's get it.
This is cross-posted from Relationship Ground Score advice from user Cat J Castles, also a new user for me. My husband shaved my head. Yeah.
That is not a prank.
Yeah, I gotta say, not hilarious, buddy.
You shave Sean's head, there's gonna be blood inside.
There's problems. Probably from Nancy and me and the Wikimaniacs who have my back. Lots of
Fucking
comments
love
on my
Sean's
hair, and I
hair.
appreciate it. My best
Fit,
hair patch on my
the
Letterman.
hair.
Oh, thank you. Stop it. Yeah. Y'all are
Look
too
at
kind.
that. I'm like,
Y'all are too
where's?
kind.
I love Sean's fit. Bro, I bet you Nancy was looking at a live chat, be like, who the fuck? Is that?
Yeah, she said, "Who is I am Ryan J, and why does he keep calling Sean hot?" If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
She also knows, guys. She knows who I am Ryan J is. All right, let's get into it. Me, 31-year-old female, and my husband, 30-year-old male, have been married for 3 years and have been together for 5 years before getting married. So a total of 8 years.
Okay.
We have always had a healthy, harmonious relationship. Or
So you shave their head.
yeah, exactly right. Or so I thought. And we also welcomed our daughter into this world 3 months ago. Yesterday morning, we were getting ready in the bathroom. My husband was shaving next to me while I was brushing my teeth. When out of nowhere, he takes his electric razor and runs it through my head, shaving a part of my hair just above my forehead. First, I thought he had just pretended to do it, but then I saw a big chunk of my hair falling into the sink.
No.
Now, I didn't get a complete bald spot, but the damage is clearly visible. And it's important to know that I've always had long hair reaching the mid of my back. I have never cut it short, not alone gotten a buzz cut. Also, my husband likes my long hair and has never told me to get a different haircut.
So why? What was the point of that?
I don't know. I totally freaked out, started crying and yelling at him while he was laughing. He told me that it was just a prank and how it wasn't a big deal at all. It was quote unquote just hair and that I could grow it out again. We had a serious fight afterwards, and in the end, he did apologize, admitting he was an asshole, but he still was insisting that it was just a funny prank.
Ain't nothing funny about that.
Yeah. Ain't nothing funny about having a serious fight and then apologizing, but still being like, but it was funny though, right? Like it was worth the laugh. I don't.
Could have sprayed her like with the shaving cream. That would have been funny. Or splash her with water while she was fixing her hair. That's not too bad, but shaving her hair? Bro, yeah. I'd be fighting. Especially with my bald ass. Like, this is gone in like 3 years. I'm like, if Juliet touched that shit, we fighting.
All right. Although he apologized, I still cannot forgive him. I will either need to wear a hat/scarf, brush my hair over, or get bangs, which I normally would not do due to my face shape, to cover up the damaged area. It will take years to grow out my hair again to its current length. However, what I'm most concerned about is that he still insists that it was funny. I just don't get why he would laugh at my misery. It seems borderline sadistic and abusive to me. I'm also afraid that he would do something like this again in the future to me or even to our daughter just because he finds it funny. I don't think I will ever be able to forgive or trust him, and I'm seriously considering getting a divorce. On the other hand, he has never done anything like that before. It seems totally out of character. He isn't a prankster or has ever even made fun of me. Neither did we have any marital problems nor big fights, not even after the birth of our daughter. Until I make up my mind, I don't want to talk to my friends or family about this, as I don't want to be pressured into deciding either way or being judged about this if I don't take their advice. So, should I stay with him or divorce him over this?
I will say that before going to the D word that like people would probably just quick to throw out. From what it sounds like, you guys have a pretty stable relationship outside of that incident. So if you haven't discussed it with him, what I'm pretty sure she has already, and in a more serious tone that, hey, I do not like this, I would suggest with him and be like, hey, this part of the prank that you did with me has really affected the way I look at you as a person. Let's go to a couples therapist and discuss this, because it's a serious topic for me. And if you feel that it's a prank and it's just funny and there's no fixing it, it sounds like, I hate to say this, it sounds like you can't shave the relationship anymore at this point. So,
dear God. Jesus Christ. How fucking dare you? This is oops all sad, John.
I would say, Josh, cut it, but that's also a pun.
God damn it.
But no, on a serious note, really, if there's really, if couples therapy and you discuss that topic and you say that, hey, I don't find it funny, and you keep bringing it up, I feel like as the years go by, and you know, even in just a day-to-day thing where you're just looking at yourself in the mirror and you see that big old bald patch that you have going on, you might be building resentment towards that. And it sounds like you're kind of anticipating him pulling a prank on your kid in the future, and you're just going to look at him differently. And sometimes when you look at when you look at someone differently, you just form all these different opinions about them, and you just have this, you know, you're probably on edge every time you see him and talk to him, and your relationship might not be the same anymore. So my best suggestion, if he doesn't fix it in couples therapy, then that might be an option, because you guys are not going to be happy together anymore.
Yeah. I very strongly agree with John on this one. The first time I read it, I was like, yeah, you guys need to talk to somebody, because I mean, I don't get it when, you know, maybe he just needs a third party just to be like, okay, like this is serious. Cause maybe sometimes, I don't know why you wouldn't take her seriously after you got into a huge argument. And obviously, you know, you shaved part like, I would get it. Like, me and John's hair is not like that long. You know what I mean? Like, it would suck. We would definitely be upset. So maybe he's thinking like a guy like, oh man, hair grows back so fast.
Right.
I'm pretty sure this man has never had hair long enough to go to the middle of his back. So he has no idea how long it'll take. And yeah, it's just.
And right in the middle too.
Yeah. Like, it's hard to hide.
Crazy.
That. But yeah, him just being so, just easily throwing how bad you feel about it just to the side, or like making light of it, is not a great sign. And I think it shows how much he is not taking it seriously.
He's
which
immature
is
as hell. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely couples therapy. And then if that's not working, then yeah, trust is easily broken and hard to build back up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So do what you got to do. But yeah, couples therapy would be, if you want any chance of saving it, that'd probably be your best bet. And speaking of saving things, want to know something that can save you time? We'll talk about it during this ad break. Whoa.
You can say we're cutting to an ad break.
Wow. And we're back. God, I love John's puns. I've always loved them.
Hey, they get a lot of buzz.
They do. God, fuck you, man. Fuck you, man.
Sean said he wants to catch a fade right now.
Fuck you. Absolutely fuck you. I'm sick of this.
Oh, clip that.
Yeah, post on the subreddit. Confuse more people.
Oh, okay. I'm over it. I'm done. I promise.
this story is very much like a spiritual sequel to the last story we did in some ways.
Ooh. Wait, which last story? This prank? The last one we did right now?
The prank one. Yeah, the prank
Oh, okay,
one.
okay. Gotcha.
So this is a husband changes for the better, but it may be too late. This is cross-posted from r/true off my chest, cross-posted by Yeba Ground Score.
Hey, upcoming goats.
I know, upcoming goat. The title of this is My Husband Has Changed, but Sometimes I Resent Him for Our Past.
Ooh.
I, 38-year-old female, and my husband, 40-year-old male, have been married for 15 years and have 2 children, 12-year-old male and 10-year-old female. 7 years ago, I was on the on the verge of divorcing him because he was a terrible husband and father. He didn't help with the kids, the house, or the finances. He only cared about work, friends, and his own hobbies. He treated me like a maid and a babysitter and not like a wife. He never praised me, paid attention to me, or made me feel loved. He was selfish, rude, and disrespectful towards me.
Hate that.
One day I had enough and I left home with our children to stay at my parents'. I told him I wanted a divorce and that there was no turning back. He was shocked and started pleading for a second chance. He said that he loved me and was willing to change. He mentioned doing individual therapy and wanted to attend couples therapy with me. He promised to do everything he could to save our marriage and family. I felt sorry for him and decided to give him a chance, but with one condition. If he ever reverted to his old self, I would leave without looking back. He agreed and promised to be different. And he was. He started going to individual therapy, and we went for couples therapy together. He began helping with the kids and the house. He started caring about me and giving me attention. He became a decent husband and father. And even after all of these years, he continues to improve. He hasn't returned to his previous ways. He still treats me well and is a good father to our children. He remains a better person. But sometimes I get upset. I wonder why he only changed after I almost divorced him. Why didn't he change earlier when I asked, cried, and suffered? Why didn't he value me before when I was by his side, supporting him and loving him? Why did he only care when I left, rejected him, and walked away? I know he genuinely changed and isn't pretending. I know he regrets what he did and wants to be better. I know that he loves me and that I love him. But sometimes I feel anger, sadness, hurt, and resentment. Sometimes I feel like he doesn't deserve my forgiveness, my love, or my family. I've never told him or anyone this. I try to hide these feelings and focus on the present, not on the past. I am happy with him and our children. I try to be a good wife and mother, but sometimes I wonder if I made the right choice. Edit 1. I tried to respond to some comments, but they were being removed and I don't understand why. Going back to the subject, deep down, I know that this feeling of resentment I have might be unfair to him. But hurt doesn't disappear overnight, and unfortunately, the shadow of his former self still lingers in my mind, occasionally surfacing as intrusive thoughts for me. You are all right. Keeping this feeling inside can be harmful, and perhaps I need to talk to him in couples therapy to resolve these issues.
Perfectly valid. However, whatever you feel and whatever you're feeling right now is completely fair. I will say that. And it does suck. I do not like seeing... I hate the term that you don't know what you got until it's gone. I'm not a fan of that. Like, you should always try to appreciate the things that you have in front of you, right? So if things are going great, or if you have a partnership like with someone, your spouse, like a friend, let them know how you feel. Like, it's like, hey, I appreciate you. I love that you do this for me, type of things. You just need to express that. So whatever she's feeling, that because she took him back after doing all that, completely fine. However, I think Reddit did a great job, from what it seems like, of telling her that, like, hey, whatever you're feeling is valid. However, you do have to have that conversation with him, which I completely agree with. You know, it seems like, as sucky as it was in the beginning, it seems like your husband did put in a lot of work to get back in your good graces, to get back in your good graces with your family. Try to be a better man. That's for you, right? So I feel that anytime you get those thoughts of doubt, of feeling that, hey, this person's not good enough for me because of the things they put me through the past, open that line of communication. And if you really did get better as a person, he'll be receptive to those feelings. And it seems like he's already on a path to get better. So he's going to be more accepting to go to couples therapy or individuals therapy to resolve any issues. But I always like to say closed mouths don't get fed. So if you don't communicate what you're feeling and some of the expectations would you have with your partner, they're not going to know. So think of it as a feedback, like a constructive feedback with your relationship, as opposed to just like, hey, I'm burdening you with this, with how I feel. Like it's a partnership. It's a marriage. You need to talk and express your feelings for anything to get resolved or get better.
Agreed. Yeah. And I would also add, like, from the sounds of it, she never mentions it, so she might already be doing it. But I would also recommend like individual therapy for yourself. It sounds like he goes to it by himself and couples therapy. I don't know if you don't really mention if you're also going to it individually, but I feel like this individually, talking to somebody about this one-on-one would really help. I mean, bringing it up in couples therapy is also a good idea, but I think one-on-one, you could really dig into some of the feelings for this resentment and maybe finding some ways to move past it. But yeah, like John said, like we assume Reddit said, the feelings are very, very valid. I mean, what, you guys were married for
15 years?
15 years.
Like yeah.
I don't really know when the change happened, but one can assume it was years and years of being a bad husband and a father. And it's going to take, like we said in the last story, it's going to take like way longer to build the trust back up, even though he's had a spotless record since then. It takes time. And you shouldn't feel bad about feeling bad about it. But it sounds like that you need to work on it.
Yeah. And that's one like positive thing I can hear about OP. Like they acknowledge that, hey, I am feeling this way. Like they're acknowledging that there is a problem. And OP, I don't know if you'll ever hear this, but your trauma is very valid, and you should never put a timeline on like how you feel, like or the trauma that you faced growing or throughout the relationship. So like what Sean said, really just buckle down and go to a therapist that could possibly help you out. A third party always kind of helps with conversations like this because they can give you an unbiased like view that you might not be realizing about yourself. So let me correct that. An unbiased professional, because you don't want to just ask like random ass people, because don't listen to us completely, right? But
don't listen to us or Reddit. We're not therapists.
We're not therapists. So like get a professional to help you out, and hopefully you two are in a road to recovery together, and so that way your kids can live a happy life and you guys can have a great relationship moving forward.
All right. Moving on to our last story of the day, the last Reddit reading of the year. All right. This is a wife who is on her third affair. This is cross-posted from r/stories, cross-posted by a goat, Blood Unicorn Valkyrie.
Hey.
I clicked on like the original post for r/stories. I don't know if it's like emojis or something, but it's terrible. It's awful to look at. Okay, here we go.
Wait, is it straight up emojis?
I don't know. It was like a bunch of like characters that my laptop was not reading. So maybe it's my fault. Yeah. So I'm going back to our subreddit where it looks proper and regular.
Clean.
Yeah. All right. So this is titled, "My wife slept with my best friend and now wants to work things out."
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of cheaters.
No. Yeah.
Especially habitual ones.
Yeah. Third affair is pretty rough. I would say 1 is bad. 2 is, can't even imagine. And then 3.
3? You went for a
3 strikes
trifecta
her
there.
out. Yeah. I, 36 male, have been with my wife, 35 female, for 17 years.
Damn.
We have 3 kids together, and I was always of the mindset that I wanted monogamy in life. One woman to come home to, and that I'd be with for the long haul. I had women try to talk to me over the years, but I never pursued it because I was completely content in my marriage. My wife was my dream girl, and I never wanted to hurt her.
This fool is just like constantly dropping that he has Riz.
Yeah, a casual
I can
flex.
pull.
You know what I'm saying? I could, but I choose not to. You know what I'm saying? Over the years, there were 2 occasions where I discovered she was being unfaithful in our marriage. One was an off and on again affair that lasted a few years with her married coworker, and the other was a fling with an ex that she had dated in high school when she went to visit her family states away. I'm sure that there will be people who say that I am stupid, which, looking back, I can't even deny myself. But after a period of separation with both situations, I decided to forgive my wife, as I never wanted to raise my children in a broken home like I had been, and I really felt like we could make it through. We were young whenever the situation with her coworker happened, so I chalked it up to her being young and making dumb choices without thinking. For a while, things were seemingly okay. I never fully trusted her, but I tried my best to push back my doubts because I knew if I decided to forgive her, then I had to do my best to move past it and have a clean slate. It has been 4 years since the second time she'd been unfaithful, and I felt like I made the right decision by letting her have that chance to show that she still wanted to be in our marriage. She was a different person for years, and we were happy, and even had various things set in motion for the future of our family. However, 2 months ago, my reality was once again shattered by yet another incident, which in my mind was by far worse than the others. I ended up receiving a message from one of my best friend's wives. This friend knew my wife a little bit. He had met her in passing, but it wasn't like we all hung out together or anything like that for me to even worry about them being a thing. We worked together, so there were sometimes my wife would bring him up multiple times while we were talking about work, or she would bring me coffee to work, but also one for him.
Oof.
I noticed that when she did visit me at work, she did dress in more revealing clothing than she usually wore, but I never commented on it. She even convinced me that we should buy him a joint birthday present and take him out to drinks on his birthday. Just little things like that, which were obviously weird, but like I said, I didn't really think I had anything to worry about with either of them. To my knowledge, he had a good marriage with his wife. He never spoke badly about it, so I didn't think he'd have any interest in my wife. Not to mention, we'd actually been friends for a very long time and I trusted him. I'd make comments in a joking way to my wife about how she took too much of an interest to him, and she'd laugh it off, saying she just wanted to have another couple to be friends with. I agreed that they would be good friends to be with, so I never thought too much into the overly friendliness of my wife towards him. Turns out I was way wrong not to, because I was met with multiple screenshots implying that they were engaged in a full-out affair. I wanted to get proof situated before I ended up confronting my wife because I did not want her to have the opportunity to manipulate the situation or to lie her way out of it. So I started to go through call logs, credit statements, etc. because I didn't know how far this actually went past the social media screenshots that I saw. When the truth came out, neither of them tried to lie to me about it. I found out they were sneaking off to hotels when she was supposed to be doing doubles at work and he was supposed to be off with the family. And that my friend would leave work to go see her at her job basically every day for a month. And she'd meet up with him on his lunch breaks. They were even planning a weekend at a hotel for the next weekend before the truth came out. I obviously cut ties with my friend, and honestly, I have no idea what to do about my situation with my wife. Their affair ended, and my wife apologized profusely, saying that she just got carried away.
Nope.
Yeah, not an excuse. She said that she'd felt lacking in our marriage with both of us dedicating so much time to work/other things, and that my friend was there and a nice guy. She said that she let herself envy the way that he treated his wife and wished that she could have had that with me, but was too afraid to tell me that I wasn't doing enough in our marriage. So in other words,
So you had the energy to cheat and fuck around with another dude that has quote unquote a healthy relationship, but you're not going to put the energy and the work to do something about your marriage. And I'm not excusing the other fucking guy either. He's just as bad as the wife, but this is infuriating to fucking hear.
Dude, imagine saying like, oh man, I just wanted how he treated his wife. What? But he's cheating on his wife. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Exactly. What the fuck?
So in her words, she made a mistake and that she didn't know how to end it once it started. For now, we are living in the same house because realistically, neither of us have the means to leave right now as her family doesn't live here. Plus, the cost of renting and the price of houses here are absurd. And on top of all of that, we still have our children in our house who are all still in school. She's basically trying to do anything to keep me around, including telling me that I can see other women occasionally outside of our marriage as long as I come home to her. She would never hold it against me as cheating. I told her that's not much of a marriage, and it's certainly not anything that I ever set out to have, but she is hell-bent on keeping our family together by any means.
Because she wants to sleep around with other people too.
I hate that that she's saying by any means we need to stay together. But like the means could be just not cheating on your husband.
And fixing your marriage. What the fuck?
Third time is wild. She's even brought up how we shouldn't let our kids live in a broken home because of our marital issues.
No, it's your problem, cheater.
Yeah. And it's crazy because she definitely knows that the husband has like insecurity and like is scared of the broken home thing because I'm sure she knows how he was raised. So she's like weaponizing that against him, which is terrible.
Facts.
I guess my wife is under the impression that nothing could make me want out of this marriage and that by offering things like that, she thinks will fix our marriage. I guess, in a way, this is my fault for letting so much slide in the past. I do love her in some ways, but at this point, I think the love is more just from the fact that we have kids together and that I've been with her for nearly 2 decades rather than the feeling of being in love. My self-confidence is low and my wife is out of my league, but still, I don't think that's enough reason for me to stay. She claims that she loves me and doesn't want to lose all that we've built and are building, but to me, I just can't see how that can be true when she was so okay with running around, that was difficult for me to say, running around with one of my best friends. I can't trust her, and to me, her word is meaningless. I forgive her, then how long until she goes and does it again? I do think people can make mistakes and be forgiven because people are flawed, but this isn't just one slip up. And truth be told, my faith in her is so low, I don't even know if there's been more instances on top of the ones that I actually know about. My mental state is essentially a puddle of mud right now. I'm sure there's probably someone reading this and calling me a dumbass, and I can't even argue about that. But basically, my life is a shit show and I don't know how to proceed.
You did get one thing right. People are extremely flawed. But if people show like a pattern of bad behavior, now that becomes unexcusable. And your wife's behavior is very much unexcusable at this point. I do feel bad for OP because OP has a lot of insecurities that they have. They're going through all this and just like his background when having a broken family is he just doesn't want it mirrored in his current life. But this is going to be me speaking from my like point of view. And this is just straight up me. First time she had done that, gone. I don't give a fuck if she's going to be homeless in the streets. Like you did this. You made an adult ass decision to cheat. And you're saying that like that they're going to ruin everything that they built and currently building. Bitch, you destroyed that. Yeah. So your ass going to have to suffer the consequences. I will do everything I can to keep custody of kids because I'm not a trifling ass motherfucker. So I will milk you for everything you have and be as petty as possible because you know I have insecurities. You know I have issues like that. And for you to weaponize that and use that against me so I can keep your bitch ass around? Oh, you got me fucked up. That's just what I would do in my situation, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I would do the same. I'm in complete agreement. What's the saying? It's like when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Like, yeah, third time is the fucking
J. Cole, fool me once, shame on me. Oh wait,
fool me one
George
time,
Bush.
shame on
you.
fool me two
once.
times, shame on me. Fool me
Something
three
like that.
times, and then fucking
Fuck the
George
peace
Bush.
sign, run. Oh
George-
yeah, I can't
Fool
do
me
it.
one time, shame on me.
Hold on, I
Fool me
would.
two times. Fool me
Let me
one
look it
time,
up.
I ain't gonna get fooled again.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember the exact quote, but it's fucking. Yeah, if you forget how much of a war criminal George Bush is, he's pretty funny, accidentally. But yeah, but then you remember all the atrocities that he did. So.
Oh yeah, I'm looking
yeah.
it up right now because this is bothering
you
me.
need the exact quote.
He says,
Say it
"I
in
know
your
it's in
Bush impersonation.
I can't do it. There's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's
Yeah.
in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, you can't get fooled again." I can't do it. I was trying to do it like role model.
Fool me one time. I can't get fooled again. Holy shit, that guy was dumb. That's crazy. But also, I'm calling him dumb. We couldn't remember the correct saying either.
couldn't
We're
remember
also
it either.
fucking dumb.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Oh my god. Ooh, that was a lot to unload for those 4 stories, brother.
That was a lot. And just know after this ad break, we're going to have a fun game by the amazing Underbaki. First name Alex, if you had no idea. A lot of people are confused about who the amazing Underbaki is. Her name is Alex, and she's the host of the amazing Weird Distractions podcast.
This is all your fault, Sean.
Yeah, I apologize, Alex. I apologize. We're getting a lot of what's an amazing Underbaki. It's not what, it's who. It's a person. They write
And
segments
she's
for
amazing.
our Monday Reddit reading episodes, and she is amazing. All right, we'll get to her game right when we return. We've returned, and we're back with another segment by Alex Underbaki. First name, last name. Learn it, know it, love it. All right. She has here today another episode of Is This Poster Okay?
Ooh, okay.
Back at it again with the ultimate question. For this segment, your boys will read 2 posts from the cringiest parts of the internet before hashing out whether whoever made the post is really, truly okay.
I will say, last time you guys had an episode when I wasn't around about the guy with avocado and guac. I do agree that avocado is not guac.
No, yeah, I was also in agreement with that, man. I was like, yeah, I get you.
I get it. I
get you.
understand.
I understand the pain. All right, let's read this first one. Post number 1. Ooh, voice cracking there a little bit.
I sound like a
Voice
neck
number
beard now.
1.
You sound like Patrick.
Fuck. That was my attempt at a deep, sexy voice. I sounded like Patrick Star. All right, post number 1 from r/unpopular opinion.
Oh boy.
Here we go. These are often terrible. It's silly that the quality of being quote unquote nice has gotten such a bad reputation lately. Quote, it's better to be kind than nice. It's better to be good than nice. Okay, sure. But also be nice. It's such a, oh, I'm an idiot. It's such a pedantic distinction to make. And it's such a common sentiment now, it feels like people are starting to view it as a negative descriptor, which is ridiculous. I'm not sure when it started that being nice only meant surface level decency, because there's nothing in the definition to suggest that. So even if a person smiles and is always polite, you could still say they aren't nice if they're like bigoted or whatever. Even if you do believe it's just a surface level decency, that's still an important quality to have to make day-to-day interactions in society more bearable. Being nice is a great thing. There's other qualities that are perhaps more important to have, but that doesn't mean that it's not important to be nice as well. If you're a nice person, that's a good thing. Edit. For people saying people claim they are nice but aren't at all. I totally agree with that. But I don't think that it's unique to being nice at all. I'm skeptical of anybody that uses a positive descriptor for themselves if they haven't done anything to demonstrate it. Also, if we believe that kindness is a stronger, deeper version of goodness, then I agree that it makes a great quality to have. But not every person you interact with is going to have the opportunity to exercise kindness. But just about every single interaction you have with people, from strangers to close ones, you can exercise niceness, which is why I think it's also very important. Is this person okay, John?
I kind of see where they're coming from. Like, I feel like a lot of words have been so diluted in the recent years. Like, especially hearing all this shit from our show, right? Every time you say, "Oh, he's a nice guy," automatically we're like, "Yep, total
You're like, whoa.
douchebag." He's fucked up. Just like how a lot of people, especially in some agendas, and go ahead, leave us another 2-star rating, you motherfuckers. Like, if the word woke, all of a sudden woke is like a derogatory term for, people who are kind of nice in a way, which is kind of
bad
stupid.
to be aware of things.
Woke, exactly. When did it ever become so bad? So in like on the flip side of that, like being describing someone as nice, it did kind of get diluted as a word, because there are some like nice people, like they're genuinely nice, but I think it's just because social media has used like a nice guy in such a weirder way, or like a negative connotation, that that's just associated with it now. But I think generally they're okay as far as the OP is concerned.
Yeah, I think generally this person is not wrong. I mean, in my personal life and with people I'm around, I feel like people use nice as it's not derogatory in real life. I think it's mostly, at least in my experience, it's mostly just an internet thing.
Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like in real life, people are like, "Oh yeah, that food, that was nice," or like, "Oh yeah, that person was cool, they were nice." Like,
they kept the door open for me. Oh, that was pretty nice. That was nice. Those type of situations. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like in normal life, it's okay. But like with everything, it's with tone. If somebody was like, "Yeah, that guy was nice," you know what I mean? It's like, it's always with tone. So I guess with the internet, where tone is not really a thing, nice guy or nice in general has just, been changed to mean sort of passive aggressive or shitty or negative connotation. You know what I mean? But I think mostly, again, in my experience, it's just an internet thing.
Agreed. You said it best, brother.
All right, let's see if post 2 is also okay. Again, from r/unpopular opinion. Here we go. Carpet fucking sucks. In general, fucking fuck carpet. It holds dirt. It holds moisture. It's more likely to smell. You need a special machine just to clean it. And it also looks like shit. So fuck off, carpet. I love nice rugs, though. But also fuck carpet.
I 1000% agree with this person.
Yeah.
Wood floor till I die.
Or tiles. I'm cool with tiles.
Tile too. Marble floors if y'all rich.
Yeah.
I will take it. I hate carpet. And I love vacuuming. So I enjoy vacuuming a lot. But I have dogs that sheds heavily. And I do not like having to clean it all the time. So I agree. I hate carpets.
Yeah, I gotta say, while this person is definitely very upset, maybe unnecessarily upset, I gotta say, I think this maybe is not really that unpopular of an opinion. I mean, look, maybe it's just my algo, but like when I'm on like TikTok and see like interior design, or if I'm like on, Pinterest and I'm looking at like how I want to model my home, usually carpet isn't like very, used. It's not very much seen in those things where people are like, yeah, that's nice. And I feel like that's one of the first things people change about their homes when they get homes, is they change the carpet out for tile. That's what we did.
That's absolutely what we did too. We're like, fuck these carpets, rip it
out. Yeah. But I mean, I guess there is something nostalgic about carpet, but yeah, if I'm in charge of the decor, it's not my choice. I don't hate, if that's your thing, that's your thing. You know what I mean? But for me, I'm with this guy. Carpet is not it.
I will
And I
say,
do enjoy a nice rug as well.
Oh, I love nice rugs are not sponsored by. We have so much stuff from
Not
Ruggable.
sponsored by the big rug.
By Ruggable. No, we're not.
Yeah.
But we have a bunch of that. But it is weird. I think like my fucking TikTok algorithm is just weird. It's either corgis or like stand up comedy or freaking like power cleaning. So there's
The rug cleaner guy.
the
I know
rug
what you're
cleaners.
talking about.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's so freaking satisfying. But I don't know why that's in my algorithm. But I enjoy
No, it
those
happens with
content.
me. In fact, some people do rug cleaning stitched with our videos.
Oh, okay.
Or cake making or any type of satisfying content. Would wish that they tagged us. Would love that for us.
Would be nice.
Not crop out our handle, but that's the power of the internet. What can you do?
There's also like a power wash simulator game like I have on
Jesus
Steam.
Christ.
So if I'm just like, I need something to distract me and like just turn my brain off, I just let it go. I'm just like, give me the dirtiest car possible and I'll just like wash it on virtually. But I would not clean my own car. Like I'll let someone else do that, but I would love to do it virtually.
I love to do it virtually. All right. But that is it for this episode. Before we finish it off, guys, thank you. Lots and lots of Venmos. I don't know if it's Spotify Wrapped or if it's us, sending money for us to, eat meals together and whatnot when we're all together, or just the Christmas holiday spirit. But lots of Venmos, lots of Venmos, guys. You guys
do that, and then I'll finish our end of year wrap too. So this is a lot. Wikimaniacs, this is going to be a lot of thanking. So if it's not your shit, skip
you can
this
peace out
because
now. It's the end of the
we have a
episode.
lot of things to say. Yeah, we have.
This is going to be a lot of gratitude.
Yes, it is. Go off, my king.
All right, so I'm going to read all of them because I just
As you
can't
should.
not read it when you send me money. I feel like it's needed. So Emma, therapist here from your most recent episode. I think this is talking about this is in reference to that story where the couple had like a counselor and they were telling the wife
and
to lose weight.
Bad advice. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much like our doctors.
Yeah, pretty much like our Wikimaniacs hate our doctors. All our homies hate our doctors.
I'm not telling you who my doctor is. I don't want them getting hate emails.
Yeah. Therapist here from your most recent episode. No, that therapist is out of line and out of scope of practice. Unless they are certified by a nutritional or medical board, this is reportable to their licensing board as inappropriate conduct. This is highly unethical behavior, and I guess they weren't necessarily giving medical advice, but this is still out of scope and inappropriate behavior and worth reporting. To be fair, there are unfortunately a ton of really bad therapists out there, and that's what often deters people from going to therapy in the first place. I have many clients who we have to process trauma from a past provider. But anyways, lol, sorry for all the comments. MSN's 10 cents.
Ooh, hey, but a licensed therapist, someone who has like what's the term for it? Skin in the game? Is that a
I think
is that
so.
a term for that?
I think so.
Yeah, so it's, you're actually a therapist, so you know what the hell you're talking about. So thank you. We appreciate the additional context.
Hell yeah. Next up, we got Sarah. They write, for giving John crap for leaving us to go on vacation. I got a Kevin hoodie and I'm in love with it. They send 11 cents.
I do not regret leaving to go on vacation.
Yeah,
Sarah,
and
so.
I don't blame you, brother. You're living life.
I'm going on another one.
And then another one. All right, next we got Michaela who writes, yay, Nancy. P.S. Live, laugh, love, Jine. P.S.
That's a
Love
merch.
yeah. Live, laugh, love, Jine. P.S. Love the idea of a lo-fi intro. And they also ask, how are Car and Chippa doing together? And I gotta say, for the Wikimaniacs wondering, much better. Not like cuddle status. They don't hug each other or sleep in a spoon, like they don't sleep in a little ball together. But they do sleep in similar areas, very close to each other now, at the very least. and a lot less fighting. So thank you to all the Wikimaniacs that are concerned, and thank you to all the Wikimaniacs who gave advice. Michaela sends 22 cents.
Ooh, thank you.
Next up, we have a Venmo goat here, Barefoot Conrosa.
Oh, I want to hear this.
This one is for John, for the feed pick story. I am honored and was cracking up at the story. Might submit some funny stories of my own personal foot finder experience, lol.
Yes.
Also, bring Nancy and I on the show together to talk about astrology and birth charts. I'll bring my astrology books. Also, sending more for celebrating for being in the top 0.5% of Reddit on Wiki listeners on Spotify this year.
That's
the Conrosa
awesome.
sends $1.69.
Nice.
Next up, we got Brian. Yo, I'm busted. Every time I hear anyone say prediction, I unintentionally correct them in my head with prediction. And I just laugh out loud at myself when I realized. So for that, you get $3.
You love it. Love to see it.
Sarah says $1 to bring back Mullet Mondays with Sean, spelled capital PSHAUGHN. Unhinged.
Jesus.
$1 towards token white wedding and $1 to Gina.
I fucking hate this for me.
Next up, we got Skylar. They write $1 to hear one of my faves say my name. $1 to see if you'd help me get out of that corporate world by shouting out my Venmo handle. JK, but also not really. And $1 because weddings seem expensive. Sorry, I don't have more money. I am an ordained minister. So, and I will shout out your Venmo because I'm nice like this. But this will be the only time, guys. Don't try to fucking steal my own bit while I do my bit. That's fucking disrespectful. But here's one time for the one time. Sky, mid-score, high, mid-score, 001. Shout out to you, brother. Next, we got Susie. They write, not sure if anyone has spelled it this way, but I watched the show the other night with a character named Sean, spelled S-I-A-N. Anyway, here's $5.
God damn. Sean.
Sian.
A Sean.
For real, though. Kimberly writes, hashtag Tangy Barbecue Gang. I've been listening for I've been listening for almost a year now, and I love it. You three are so funny, and I hope this helps with house repairs. They send $5. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Next up, we have Soraya, another Venmo goat. I hate the giant term.
Me too.
Do what y'all do. $5.
Just kidding. I'm starting to love it now.
Yeah, you do love it. Issa writes, here you go, Sean. Don't share with James or Jim. $5.
Who the fuck is James? Who's Jim?
Next up, we got Gabrielle. Finally worked my way through the row back catalog. Whoa. And decided to join the Patreon. I'm cheap, so you guys are officially my first ever Patreon. You Love three it. And your significant others are all such great humans. From one brown to another. This is our world. And Gabrielle sends $10.
Love the Browns.
Love the Browns. Next up, we got Kayla, longtime listener, first time Venmo. Love the podcast. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and listening to you guys helps with the monotony. I can't fucking read.
Woo.
Monotony. For not having kids, your takes on parenting are usually pretty great.
Oh.
I hope you guys are having a great weekend in Texas. P.S. Gine is my fave. $10.
Thank you.
Next up, we got Savannah. The fit on the live stream is fire.
Please telling you, brother. Telling you.
Please drop where you got the jacket, Supreme. I'm a loser, Supreme. I am a loser. You guys are killing it. Also, quote, I think somebody fucked a coconut was the most unexpected quote from the live show. $10.
Yeah. That was a scary first 15 minutes for us, though. So thank you for sticking around.
Thank you for sticking around to the end, because I think somebody fucked a coconut was at the very end.
Yes.
Angie is next up, and they write, dude, your house is falling apart and that stinks, especially during the holidays. Much love from Idaho. They send $10. Thank you.
Ooh,
We need all the
a lot
love
of
we can
potatoes
get.
you can buy.
Everything is sort of done now. We just need to, there's like cement patches in our flooring. They had to like cut out squares for the inside work. So we got to replace the tile, and I think we're going to try and do that DIY style. So we'll keep
good
you
luck,
updated
bro.
on that.
Good luck.
Next up, we got Laura, who writes, here's for the 7,687 minutes that I listened to you guys this year.
Holy.
Thanks for all the laughs and for being outstanding dudes. I'm not on the subreddit or the Patreon, but I did want to send some love your way, so $5 each. Laura.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Laura.
Low bar for guys. This should be normal.
Yes. We're not saying anything outstanding or crazy, to be honest.
This should just be normal shit.
Yeah. Next up, we have Jessica, who writes, love listening to your podcast. You make this single mom's day and overnight shift go on so much easier. Love y'all. Also, my son loves the intro. Don't change it. P.S. My son doesn't listen to the podcast. He only listens to the intro and sees the name on my phone for Spotify. Just wanted to let you guys know, which is
I say
good.
I
I'm
say
glad
way
our
too much
kid is-
sexual jokes.
Yeah, our show
For
is
it to
not
be
meant for
kid
kids.
friendly.
But Jessica wrote that and sent $20. So wow, thank you so much.
Thank
Jessica.
you, Jessica.
Next up, we got Carrie, who writes, here's a little something to treat Josh while you boys are together. My favorite part about this pod is that it never feels scripted or forced, just like genuine friends spilling the tea and poking fun. Looking at you, Jine. And I'm stoked that you all will be together this weekend. They sent $30.
We did take Josh to a lot of great spots.
Yes, he said he ate better food than he usually does. So.
Houston is known for some fine ass food, so
I got
good choices, brother.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all liked everything I chose. I know the ice cream didn't meet your needs because you just got back from Japan and you had the best ice cream of all time.
Crema is hard to
Shout out
top.
Crema. It's hard to top. And I agree with you. All right, next up, we got Amina, who writes, I made the mistake of brushing my teeth while listening to the hypothesis of Jine. So take my money because I live to tell the tale. Amina sends $40. Amina, thank you. Too gracious.
You should have put that in your life insurance, girl.
Risking your life listening while brushing your teeth.
Giant, yeah. Holy.
Next up, we have Dia, who writes, because I've been drinking and I want to support you guys. Thank you all for being amazing and for sharing your takes. They send $40. Now, Dia,
I hope you didn't regret that.
yeah, Dia, if you want it back, just let me know. You know what I mean? I don't want to take your money when you are compromised. Yeah. Next up, we got Lindy, who writes, just listen to the pod in 2 months.
God,
All of it?
damn.
That's crazy. Thank you so much. And now I'm a rich motherfucker on Patreon. It's nice to not have douche yachts on the air. And if you say douche yachts fast, it sounds like it's in German.
Oh,
Douche yachts.
do shots.
So
Do
fuck
shots
it.
and
Here's
thoughts?
more. Josh has a wedding to pay for. Jine can't drink Dasani. And who
I did.
the fuck is Sean? John did drink Dasani.
And it was disgusting.
Lindy sent $50.
Holy crap.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. We got 2 more. Next up is Julia, who writes, I'm currently homesick and missing my nephew's birthday party, but I have Ro on Patreon, so that makes it a little less upsetting. This will probably get you an appetizer or 2 this weekend. Thanks so much for keeping me sane while I feel guilty and sick. Excited for Jine's return soon. Julia sent $75.
That's a full ass meal for us.
Yeah, more than an
Oh
appetizer.
my God.
Thank you so much, Julia.
Y'all are too fucking kind.
Too kind.
There's
Then
more?
we got one last one. This is from Nevada, who writes, give this to Sienna for the wedding, not Josh. Thank you. Nevada sends $100.
boy.
You guys are too kind. Sienna will love to hear that.
Yes.
So thank you guys for being so gracious during this holiday season, or for the Spotify rap season, or for me, Jine, and Josh being together season.
Jesus Christ, don't say it out loud.
You guys have been so amazing all 2.5 years that we've been together. And, we're very grateful for you guys.
Absolutely. And I will kind of wrap it up. I'm a data driven person, so I have numbers that I brought up with kind of like an end of the year wrap. And really, we just want to thank every single one of you. Poor Josh having to edit this like long ass episode. But I feel like he appreciates the what he's going to hear on this one. But I did want to say thank you to all the Wikimaniacs. I just want to put it out there that everything that I say right now is because of you. It's all the accolades, all the accomplishments that we got through this year. We could not have done a single thing of it if it wasn't for your support. The way you constantly promote us, just engaging with us, just hanging out with us. So I'm gonna read it all out. Be proud. This is the work that you guys have done. So on the live stream, we kind of touched base on the live stream a little bit. We were joking around. We were like, hey, initially we set it to like 100 people. Like, maybe 100 people will show up. No one's gonna show up. Final count of all the people who purchased tickets, 442 tickets sold for that event.
Sheesh, y'all.
That was mind-boggling. And also like just the overall vibe that we had in Houston was so great. I want to say special thank you to Sarah, who hit us up on Instagram and fed us like an amazing breakfast to fuel us up for that live stream.
Shout out Egg House Gourmet.
Shout out Egg House Gourmet. The whole reason why I said I had cheese before this, if you know, like before the simulator, it was there and it was amazing. Also, shout out to Cheyenne for stopping by, as well as Serena. Serena like made me cry. She said she hauled ass from her break just to meet us. So that was, and the cheesecake was fire, right? Like literally on fire, because it was like literally it was like a flaming cheesecake. So shout out to everyone who met us, like and just hung out with us. And that was truly heartwarming. Like, hopefully you didn't think we were douchey in person, but it sounds like hopefully not. But yeah, we appreciate everyone who showed up for that. And we were talking about Spotify Wrapped earlier. Guys, it has been insane. I literally took a day and a half just to say thank you to every single one of you. And if I haven't, I do apologize. We were kind of traveling, but as much as possible, if you tagged us, I commented back or like I replied to your message. But if not, let me know. I'm more than happy to reach back out. But as far as like how many people we are on their list, 21,000 people has us on their top 10. 16,000 people have it on their top 5. And then 5,000 people have us as their number 1 podcast. So
incredible.
That was insane. I think this is like triple everything from last year. And we were like fucking floored hearing that. And then as far as other growth, YouTube as well, just 2023 alone. I know when we started out 2022, kind of more focused on YouTube, we had like 1,000 subscribers in the beginning of 2022, if I'm not mistaken. We're about to end the year with what, 17,000 at this point?
A little over 17,000.
A little over 17,000. 1.5 million views in 2023. Crazy. Subreddit. This is not our subreddit. This is Midscore subreddit. She does all the work. We went from 1,000 followers or 1,000 members. We're not 100,000 members on our subreddit. Number 2 podcast subreddit on there. So that is all credit to Midscore right there. So we appreciate everything that you do, Midscore. And speaking of Midscore, we're gonna take a little break from December. We are taking a break December 25th, December 29th, and January 1st. Midscore is compiling a best of the stories that we've done in 2023. So, and then we're going to get back recording regular schedule back in January 5th. So a new episode will come out then. Expect some collabs along the way. We already got 2 people confirmed that we got going on for this year. 1 returning and 1 brand new guest. So that's pretty exciting. Discord, shout out to Saskia. Almost 1,000 people in the Discord. She has been the greatest moderator ever. Thank you, Saskia, for everything you do. Instagram, nearly 7,000 followers, and it's insane. TikTok, 700,000 followers, and total views, 201 million total views on our videos. Millions, hundreds of millions of views. And for the podcast, 2 million listens this year, and patrons. We kind of started the year with about 100 when we start at 2023. Guys, we're almost at 900 people like on our patrons. So like we say this because it's not to brag. It's not to again, it's not to brag about any numbers of that. Like we're really thankful for everything that you guys have done because
as much as these are like the podcast accomplishments. You guys are the podcast. We just read and host or whatever, but you guys supply the story. You guys are the ones that, choose what stories we read, essentially. You guys are a huge part. You guys have built the community. You guys talk to each other, we are really, the show is not anything without you guys and your all support.
Of course.
So these accomplishments are not our trophies. They're y'all's trophies.
Yes, absolutely. And I get teary-eyed, hearing that because it is really built by you guys, and we're just the three dumbasses who happen to have a mic in front of us and actually talking about it. But all the positive things that you've said to us throughout the years, and you just make us better as people, and we appreciate that. And last but not the least, as far as announcements are concerned, the boys and I stayed up to 3 a.m. to talk business when we were prior to us leaving, but we have big plans for 2024. I know we already talked about possibly doing more live streams in the future. And we're also thinking about doing one in-person live stream, but this time with a live audience. So that's pretty much a possibility. So if there's a specific city that happens to be more in demand, so if you want to type in the comments where you possibly want to see us in 2024, let us know, and
don't lie to us and tell us that you would go and not go.
Yeah,
tell us the truth. Don't tell us the city that you want to actually go to or that you're not.
Yeah. So we really want to make it happen. The few people that met us, honestly, that was possibly one of the best experiences I've had. I was trying so hard to hold back tears, just how grateful I am with you guys. But other than that, that's all the announcements I have. I know that was pretty lengthy, but again, like what Sean said, all these accomplishments and all these accolades, couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you, and we love you.
Yeah, I can't say anything more than that. That's it for the episode this week. That's it for me for the year. You guys are going to have fun end the year with Giant and Josh, and we'll be back January. Love you guys.
5th.
Bye.
Bye. It's Monday. For patrons, you paid up so you can get this shit.